Welcome back to In Pursuit 360. In this special edition, we're going for our COVID-19 quarantine update. Stand by. All right. Welcome back to In Pursuit 360. In this special COVID-19 quarantine update, I am on day number 9. Good old lucky number 9. So, I have actually found that my last 2 days, so days 7 and 8, got rather difficult. I'm confined to this 237 square foot room. I do have a bathroom, which adds an extra few square feet, but and I thought my wife did a wonderful job. She did a great job setting me up. I've got my food I showed you in the previous video. I've got my plastic models that I've been trying to work on. I've got my TV, I've got a microwave, fridge, and all that. But what I found out is that, I thought, oh, this is going to be a breeze. I love watching TV, and I used to love working on models, and I found out I still do. However, when you're forced to stay within a very small space and you don't have any options, it wears on your brain. I was running out of things to do. I was tired of working on the airplane. I was tired of watching TV. Lord knows I was snacking on stuff I had no business snacking on. My size in here, I don't need to be snacking on a bunch of chips and stuff like that. And sure enough, I had started even doing that, even though I was trying to do some push-ups and some squats and stuff like that to try to keep the blood flowing and stay healthy and that kind of thing. Days 7 and 8, they were rough on my brain. My mental state was really starting to go down. I was having a hard time. Trying to figure out, what do I do now? And I'm sitting here in the same place, and I have this little office chair thing that I'm sitting in now, or I can sit up on the bed, with my back up against the headboard, watching some TV or something like that, and that was it. There was nothing else to do. There was nowhere else to go, nothing new to see. My wife worked it out so that, I could even go downstairs for a while and sit out in the front yard with her, of course, keeping our social distance. But at least I'd get outside, get some sun, fresh air, stuff like that. And it still was just so rough. And she came up with one of her famous answers that she always comes up with is, well, why don't you make a schedule of things to do? Why don't you schedule, this time to this time you can do exercise, this time to this time you can do model, this time to this time you can read a book. And I hate reading books. I really do. But and she came up and I kind of laughed and I'm like, I told her, I was like, that's your answer for everything, is come up with a schedule. So I came upstairs and, back into my little isolation chamber. This conversation happened outside. And I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, I've got to come up with something. So I got I have a legal pad, and I sat there and I kept trying to think, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? I even went 2 days without putting out a video. And I thought, oh, this would be the perfect time. I can do 2 videos a day. But I had no motivation. I had completely lost my motivation. I'm sitting here in this room, and can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. So I sat there with my legal pad last night and I started thinking about it. It's like, okay, what am I going to do tomorrow? And so the first thing I thought is, okay, I need a more intense type workout program that I can do here in my room. I always have favored body weight style workouts, and Lord knows I have enough body weight that I can get a decent workout. But that really started with the Pentagon. The instructors there really believed in body weight workouts. They said you don't need any equipment. 15 minutes you can get a heck of a workout in. Squats and burpees and push-ups and sit-ups and that kind of thing. And then you can use the edge of your bed or chairs and you can do some dips and stuff like that. So I started off by writing out an exercise program. How many push-ups do I want to do during the day? How many sit-ups do I want to do during the day? How many squats? I haven't got to burpees yet. That's total body all at one time, and those will be good, but I kind of need to work back up to that, especially, with my asthma thing that I have going on. It's my lung capacity isn't what it used to be. So I started writing that down, and just writing it down made me feel better. And I'm like, oh my God, my wife is right. A schedule works. So then I came up with like a work schedule. Between this time and this time, I'm going to work on video development and recording. This time to this time is lunchtime. This time to this time is, like model time. And so I wrote up a schedule for the entire day. And I instantly, when I finished that schedule, I was actually looking forward to today where I could get moving again. I could start creating. I could start doing things. I could start doing something that is going to contribute to my life. I guess I felt like I wasn't contributing to my own life. I'm just sitting here passing time. So I think in writing out that schedule and coming up with these ideas of things to do and how to do them and when to do them and stuff like that, it really had a real positive effect on my mental psyche. I actually felt better just by writing it down. So today, I got up when I was supposed to get up, which I've been doing anyway. I set an alarm, and had my morning coffee and took my shower and got moving. I did some exercising. I wrote down some ideas for the videos that I'm coming out with, including this one. And I'm moving, I'm producing, I'm doing something to make my life better while I'm confined in this 237 square foot room. So if you are in a similar situation, if you're in a quarantine or if you find yourself in a quarantine or some type of confinement somewhere for some reason, even if it's a workspace, come up with a schedule, come up with things to do, come up with things that'll make yourself better. So, like even when I'm at work and if I'm working a post, which is isolated, especially right now with nobody else in the building, when I was at work, I was coming up with things to make me better. So whether it be me better at my job by reviewing post orders and general orders and stuff like that, to make myself better at my job, or even, taking a notepad or a piece of paper and writing down video ideas that I came up with. So the funny thing is that I didn't think about translating that into my quarantine. Now, I can't do anything to make myself better at my job right now because I don't have any materials with me. But I have been, reviewing and going over some old leadership things that I'm hoping to bring into play when I do get back to work and I finally get to put on my supervisor's hat again and trying to make a difference in the lives of the other officers I work with. So that's the key now, I think, to the rest of my quarantine time is making myself productive, making myself feel good about myself in what I'm doing and how I'm getting through. So to all of my friends and family out there, letting you know that yes, I'm doing fine. I have no symptoms of the COVID-19 or the coronavirus or whatever you want to call it this week. So everything's good. So hopefully I will be done with my quarantine in about another 6 days, 5 days, 6 days. And then I'll be getting back to work. But I'll still be coming out with these videos. I'll still be keeping in touch with everybody. I'll come out with the occasional Facebook video like this one's intended to be. And we'll go from there. So comment down below. Go ahead and subscribe. Stay tuned so you can find out what's coming next. And hit that like button for me. And I will see you next time on In Pursuit 360. Be safe out there.